Hello and welcome to this edition of Majid's Kitchen. Today we make a simple and delicious dessert or cake recipe for you. It's a butter mochi cake with pandan. Alright, very delicious and easy to make. Here are the ingredients. I'll be making a half batch, which is a decent amount. I'll be giving you the measurement shortly. So, for the recipe, you will need 1 cup of whole milk, 200 ml of coconut milk, 2 eggs, 1 cup of sugar, 1 teaspoon of baking powder, half a teaspoon of vanilla essence, and some pandan extract. Cut the pandan leaves into small pieces, add some water to it, then blend it and strain it. The key ingredient is this product, Mochico sweet rice flour, and it's important that you use this flour because you won't get the results that are required for this cake if you don't use this. So it's a premium rice flour ground from short grain sweet rice. Okay, so as I mentioned, it's a half recipe, so I'm using 225 grams. If you want to use the whole box, by all means, just double the recipe. Let's get started. Okay, let's remember the butter. I got 95 grams of room temperature butter that's been left out overnight. That's very important in blending this into the batter. So let's start by placing the dry ingredients into a bowl. Right, you want to sift the flour, make sure there's no lumps there. You can see that. Add the baking powder. And what we want to do is mix all these ingredients. So let's start with the eggs, and this is where we're going to add in all the wet ingredients. Eggs. I'm using some vanilla that is very similar to the pandan flavor, so they complement each other well. Next, the coconut milk, 200 ml of coconut milk. Now, be aware of the temperature of your coconut milk. If it's coming out of the fridge, then obviously that will be cold and your milk will be cold, so you want to maybe set it out for a little while, okay, because your butter is room temperature. Oh, we'll give this a quick mix. The pandan essence. Now, I boiled this pandan, reduced it, and I added a teaspoon or 2 of sugar to it. So make sure your oven is preheated at 180 degrees Celsius. And here's another product that you can use. If you don't have fresh pandan leaves, you can go out to an Asian supermarket and buy a bottle of this pandan essence. It has the flavor, the aroma, and everything you need. You just add a few drops to it and away you go. So something convenient for you to use. Okay, now we can add the flour mix to this. And it's such a small batch, you don't need a machine. If you want to, by all means. Just gradually add the flour to the mixture. Never good to use a knife. They say it's not good. Okay, you can also add the butter in gradually. All right. And now we'll just finish off with the rest of the flour. And you can see that. So it's not completely smooth, and that doesn't matter because that's going to melt as it's baking. As long as it's not big clumps of butter, you're good. Just a pinch of salt. I always find it brings out the flavor in both sweet and savory dishes. I did say it was an easy recipe. The batter goes in here. And this goes into the oven for 40 minutes. See you then. Okay, so let's check the timing on this cake. I checked at 30 minutes and I left it for another 15 minutes. Ovens may vary depending on size. That's clean. Remember, it has butter and coconut milk, so there is that to consider. So we'll take it out of this and put it on a cooling rack. So carefully lift it out. And that's the beauty of using parchment as well. It helps with the bake and to take it out from the bowl. I'm going to let it cool for a few minutes, at least 10 to 15 minutes before we cut into it. I'm just taking the edges off. Well, let's just cut right through here. So you can see really nice and soft. Well, I hope you like it. Please give this recipe a try. You can make it plain without the pandan, and it will be just as wonderful. I hope this inspires you to go and make some. Like the video if you like it, share, and thanks for watching Majid's Kitchen.